Hey guys, Danny Johnson here, and I wanted to show you a reason why I don't always rotate my tires. So here's the brand new tires that I bought back in 2015 for my Silverado, and I still am on this same pair of tires today. Now, if you look at the front, which I did rotate from the back to the front, these ones were on the back, and you can see they're nearly perfect. Okay, there's no abnormal wear to them. They're still really good, and that's because the rear doesn't use an alignment unless you have independent rear suspension, so they just trail behind the car. Now look at these wheels. These tires here were on the front, and as you can see, they're far more worn out because the wheels turn, because of the weight of the engine, and if you look on the inside, the inner toe, it's completely worn out. And so the reason for that is due to alignment, suspension. All kinds of things can contribute to that happening, but if I had rotated them, all of the tires would look like this, maybe just not quite as worn down. And so you want to keep in mind there's many steering components, suspension, all kinds of things that will contribute to your tires wearing out, and by the time you see it, it's probably going to be too late. And so if you rotate your tires, you're going to be losing pretty much all your tires, where on the other hand, you could be losing just one set. So after installing all these suspension components and getting it aligned, you could still have issues like that. Now there's other situations, like on the Cobra, of course, it has a drag radial on the back, so I'm not going to rotate those to the front. Those are for the back only. You don't want them on the front, and the front's just going to have a standard tire on it, so there's another reason not to rotate. Some cars like the Camaro too, they have a wider tire in the back than the front, and different staggered sizes, so you can't rotate those. And a good example of this is the Plymouth Prowler. Look at the size of the rear tires there. They're 20 in the back and 17 in the front, so you obviously would not be rotating those ones, and so that's an obvious reason why you wouldn't rotate them. Now the way that I do like to rotate my tires is replace the rears. Okay, so by that I mean you take the rear tires and put them on the front, and then go buy brand new tires for the rear. And so the reason why, and you've probably seen this chart in tire shops for people who only want to replace, two tires, is the rear tires, if they don't have traction, you'll slide out. Okay, you'll oversteer, where if the fronts, which is still a concern, if they're bad, you don't want them all bad, but if the fronts are bad, then you have the likelihood of understeer, so you basically would not be able to turn tight enough on the road, and so you'd go off the road. Now, an exception to this may be if you have a newer car, because the components for the steering suspension might not be worn out as bad, so you're not going to have as bad of toe wear or tire wear on the front, and so it is okay to rotate the tires as they prescribe. But the point I'm making is, on older cars, you might have some other things going out, like the tie rods or the suspension or the alignment itself. And so if you are rotating your tires under that situation, you're wearing them all out when you could be wearing out just the two. It's a lot more likely that the fronts are going to wear out a lot faster with how much you turn the tires, how much weight of the engine's on the tires, and all that kind of thing. So of course there's all kinds of reasons why and why not to do it in different situations. For example, my friend's Jeep, he has a tire on the back. Jeeps come with that 5th tire, and if you want to incorporate that into your tires so you don't just have an old spare when everything's said and done, then you can take it off and rotate it into a 5-tire rotation. So there are exceptions, of course. Anyway, that's my opinion on rotating tires. There's a time to do it and a time not to do it, in my opinion, so just wanted to share the way that I do it. So if you have any questions or comments, go ahead and put them in the comment section, and thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please press the like button, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and I'll just keep the content coming. So thanks for watching, guys.